This is video number 3200. Well, sort of. Anyway, the first thing I'd like to do in this video is thank every single person who has subscribed to this channel over the years. Okay? I do appreciate your views, I do appreciate your likes, and I do appreciate your comments. It's very nice coming home and reading something in my email box for a change. It really is. Okay? And the second thing I'd like to do in this video is congratulate every single person who has graduated from high school or college recently. Congratulations. It's an honor well deserved and well earned. The third thing I'd like to say in this video is that every time you reach the top of something, you always end up being on the bottom. You say, well, what's that supposed to mean? Think about it. You've gone from kindergarten to the senior year of high school. What happens after you graduate? One of two things. Either you end up with a full-time job, or you end up being a freshman in college. If you end up with that full-time job, you're on the lowest end of the totem pole. Guaranteed. Now, what happens you go to college? Well, you become a freshman in college, so once again, you're on the lowest end of the totem pole. Now let's take the college route for a second. You finally make it to being a senior in college. What happens next? You end up in a full-time job. You're on the bottom rung all over again. Okay? One way or the other, when you end up on a job, you're always on the bottom rung first. Now then, let's say you finally make it to the top of the company. What happens then? You retire. So now you're back on the bottom. As soon as you master retirement, what happens then? Well, the pine box, 6 feet under, pushing up daisies. Get it? See what I mean? So every time you reach the top, you end up being on the bottom all over again. That's a fact, Jack. Now the next thing I'm going to say is this. When it comes to people graduating from high school today, we have gotten to almost a generation where you will have to earn money 24 hours a day. Let me say that again. You're going to have to earn money 24 hours a day just to survive. Not to get rich, but just to survive. How are you going to do that? You're going to do it through education. That's the only way you're going to do it. You say, well, we can do it through physical labor. Let me tell you something. Christopher Reeve could tell you a thing or two about that. Well, he can't tell you that anymore, but if you read articles about Christopher Reeve, you'll finally get the idea of what happens when you depend too heavily on physical labor. Okay? One horse riding accident changed his whole life. Now, you may retain your physical stature for a good long time. You may not. But let me tell you something you do retain for a good long time. This up here. This does not go away as fast as this. Rare is the time. Okay, I'll go back and say this. Rare is the time that this goes away before this. Usually it's this that goes away first, then this. And you can spend a lot of time without this and still have this. And as long as you've got this, you're okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to say this to the parents, and I hope you tell your kids this. Remember this. There are a lot of schools all over the world that do not give their kids a full 3-month summer break. I know that's a custom here in the United States, and it started because the kids would go home from school long enough to help their farmer parents till the fields. Okay? Unfortunately, most kids in the United States today aren't kids of farmers, so they don't tend the fields. Okay? Now, I know there are some kids that still go home and they tend the fields that their farmer parents have. I know that. But that's not a normal thing to happen in this day and age. If you don't believe me, you can take a look at a lot of the kids today. They don't go home to their parents in the summertime and start tilling fields. That's a guarantee. Now then, one of the things you have to keep in mind is that even though you are on summer break, you could still end up learning things. You can learn things from camp. You can learn things from organizations like the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the 4-H, the FFA. They teach you things. You can end up in an art school over the summertime, which will teach you things. So just because you're not in a regular school right now doesn't mean you won't learn something over the summertime. And when I was a kid, they would usually start up the fall season of television. Of course, that was back in the days when there was only like 2 or 3 channels of television. Okay, I know that they had some cable when I was a kid, but we couldn't afford that. So, the ones who couldn't afford it got stuck with 2 or 3 channels of television. With the rabbit ears. Okay? They would start up the fall season. We didn't have... Well, you say, well, you had VCRs. Well, if you were rich enough, you did. Not all of us did. VCRs were a lot more expensive back then than they are today. Sure, you could probably pick one up at a garage sale for $5. Try doing that way back when. It didn't happen. Okay? Now then. The thing is that without the VCR, well, pretty much you were stuck trying to watch the TV program when it premiered. Well, about that same time when all these fall shows would suddenly pop up on the air, that'd be about the same time I would return back to school. So now I was inundated with homework, and so were all my friends. Okay? And we didn't have a nifty YouTube channel like I'm giving you now. Okay, that wasn't even a reality back then. So, you had 2 choices. Either you finished your homework, made your good grades, and made your parents happy and missed your TV shows to do it, or you watched your TV shows, you got bad grades, and you got grounded. Neither choice was very pleasant. But you kids, today's kids, you have a choice. Keep in mind this when you're talking about the summertime. You're not going to a regular school. Okay? Also keep in mind that certain hours of the day in the summertime, even though it's bright and sunny, it's also really hot outside. And you're talking about from 10 o'clock in the morning until about 4 in the afternoon. That's some hot time. You don't want to go out and play. You might sit in the chair and watch the breeze blow by, but you're certain to go out and play in 100-degree heat. Okay? Well, we go swimming. Well, you can go swimming for a while, but I think you get bored after a while. You have to worry about the sunscreen, all this other stuff. Well, why not take that time, instead of trying to survive the hot heat or sitting in an air-conditioned room doing absolutely nothing, why don't you take that time instead of taking a whole bunch of selfies and trying to get yourself rated high on Instagram, instead of doing that, why don't you take a little bit of that time and learn from me? That way, when you get to the fall, and yes, they do have fall festivals, you could stand there, get your homework done real quick, and know that you're ready for the tests the next day, and enjoy the fall festivals, and not worry about school. The thing is, you will either learn this material from me, or you will end up learning it from your teacher. Your teacher gives you tests. I don't. Your only test is real life. See how well you actually learn things. Okay? I like the test of real life much better than those handwritten tests. See what I mean? So I think it would really actually be better for you to learn from me than to learn from them later on. Besides, you can talk to me anytime you want. What about them? Yeah, it's really hard to get a teacher's attention, but it's not really too hard to get mine. See what I mean? There's the difference. If you're going on a family trip, and back then, when I was a kid, we went on family trips. We ended up being in the station wagon. Okay? Think about that. Do you know where I ended up as a kid in the station wagon? In the back of the back of the back where we had the spare tire. That was real fun. Have you ever smelled a spare tire? It's not too nice to smell, trust me. Okay? How I would have loved to have had an instructor like myself back then. That would have been cool. I could have learned all that material and been ready for school the next year and not been inundated with homework, because I would have gotten my homework done a lot faster due to the fact that I was being taught by a proper instructor. See what I mean? So if you're on one of those road trips, what are you going to do? Stare out the window and look at all those dumb cars that you're passing by? Or take another selfie? No. Learn from me. By the time you get to wherever you're going, you'll have something new to talk about. And I know a lot of you kids have smartphones. And you can watch me all the time you want. You can actually download my videos onto chips and have them in your smartphones and watch them as you get to where you need to go. See what I mean? And you can watch me on the return trip back. You really could. And have the confidence in knowing that when you go back to school, your grades are going to be much better than your friends. But of course, your friends also watch me as well, and so therefore all your grades are going to be great, and you'll be able to attend the fall festivals without worry. You won't get grounded. See what I mean? You'll have all the fun times. You'll be able to watch your fall shows. Do I need to say more? Now then, let's talk about one final thing before I'm done. Okay. I've been reviewing Instagram pictures, as you guys well know. Okay, so here's me. I'm going to draw a little stick figure. And here's the person that took the picture. Now then, there you go. There's me and the picture taker. Now, how do these reviews benefit me? Because the very second I upload those video reviews, those people who took those pictures watch me. And when they do, I get a view. Now, how does this benefit them? Because there are other people out there, my subscribers, okay? Okay, so here are you guys, my subscribers. So you guys watch my YouTube video. Then you go over to Instagram and you take a look at the picture that you heard about from my YouTube video. Okay? So now the picture taker gets a potential for a like, gets the potential, okay? Gets the potential of getting liked, gets the potential of getting a follower. That sub person, the person that is sub to me, will most likely become a follower to the picture taker. The picture taker may also get a comment from the subscriber. So that's how all this benefits them. See what I mean? You say, well, okay, I'm getting a benefit and the picture taker's getting a benefit. What about this subscriber? Where's his benefit? Well, let's just suppose that this subscriber happens to have an Instagram account. Okay? So, this subscriber has an Instagram account. Maybe this subscriber also has a YouTube channel. Okay? So, we're going to presume that Mr. Subscriber here not only has an Instagram account, but also has a YouTube channel, and he's a content creator. So, this subscriber, he watches my video, he then views the picture, likes the picture, follows the person who took the picture, leaves a comment for that picture taker, and then that picture taker then comes over to this subscriber's Instagram account, may actually like the pictures that this guy is actually taking. Also, this picture taker may actually come over to this guy's YouTube channel and watch his content. So now he ends up with a follower on Instagram. He also ends up with somebody that will be a subscriber to his YouTube channel. Maybe this person will subscribe to his YouTube channel. Maybe this person will leave a comment on his YouTube channel. Maybe this person will like his YouTube video. Maybe this person will regularly watch his YouTube videos. So now the subscriber is getting benefits. See what I mean? So I get a benefit, the picture taker gets a benefit, and this subscriber gets a benefit as well. Even if this subscriber does not put content on YouTube, he may still put up content on Instagram. So now he's got a follower, he's got some likes, some views on his pictures. That increases his ratings. But here's the kick. Maybe this subscriber tells me about his picture, so I review one of his pictures. Now he's going to get people to follow him. Now he's going to get people to like him. Now he's going to get people to view him. See what I mean? And the thing is that this picture taker, if they like the content of this subscriber, they may tell their friends about this subscriber. So that means more likes on his Instagram. That means more ratings on his Instagram. That means more followers on his Instagram account. See what I mean? So, I get benefits, they get benefits, and the subscriber gets benefits also. So everybody wins. And that's why I do it. You see? Never thought about that, did you? So, here's what I want you to do. If you are one of my YouTube subscribers and you decide to watch my Instagram videos, go over to these picture takers, the people that, you know, the people that took the pictures that I'm reviewing. Go over to them. Specifically tell them that it was my channel that sent them to you, to them. Okay, it was my channel that sent you to them. Tell them that. Okay? Because this picture taker may actually check out my YouTube channel and give me ratings, may actually check out your Instagram and give you followers and you ratings and so on and so forth. So like I said, every single person benefits from this. All of you. And let me tell you something. If you are truly a content creator for YouTube, okay, let me know. I'll check out your channel. I'll review your channel. I will really actually do that for you. And that will help you get views, ratings, subscribers, things that your channel will actually need. And I'm not afraid to do it. And if you, the subscriber, will participate in my video response wars, you'll gain subscribers, you'll gain views, You'll gain and I'll gain all at the same time. It's one trip we're all taking together. We're all on the same bus, and everybody gets a little slice of the pie. That's the way I designed this whole thing. I want you to have your slice while I have mine. Let me tell you something. In this economy, and this is a fact, if I don't teach you guys all this stuff, not only will you remain poor, but I will remain poor. Your success is critical to my success. Absolutely true. Because when you succeed, I also succeed. It's mutually beneficial. Now, the final thing I'll talk about in this video is about help outs. I have joined help outs, okay? And hopefully you'll see my profile as of Friday. They're reviewing it right now. They said they would get back to me on Friday, so hopefully on Friday you will see my profile. Now, the thing is, I know I don't have as many hours at work over the summertime, okay? But that also gives me time to prepare lessons to give you guys benefits in the fall. So you probably won't see me on help outs during the months of June, July, and August. But as soon as the heat wave breaks and everything starts returning to normal, I will be on help outs. That's a guarantee. Now you say, well, why are you going to be on help outs? Are you going to charge on help outs? No, I'm not. You say, why aren't you going to charge on help outs? You could. Oh, yes, I could. But let's think about two things for a second. Number one, my general audience usually doesn't have enough money to pay me. That's okay. Number two, if I help you out on help outs now, there's a good chance you'll become one of my subscribers. There's a good chance that you will upgrade my view count. There's a good chance that you will like my videos, which helps me out. So even though I don't get a single dime from help outs, I'm still going to get benefits. So, well, I never thought about that. The ratings and the views and the potential subscribers would be more than enough payment for putting things up on help outs for free. And that's a fact. Whew. That's a lot of information. That's a lot to think about. But that's what this channel's all about. I continue to help those facing eviction, starvation, and bullyism. That's what this channel's for. I think you've realized that, and I know I have. So, I wanted to say once again, thank you very much to every single person who has subscribed to me and my channel over the years. Okay? It has been very nice. Now then, having said all that, I look forward to continue serving you because, like I said, the more you succeed, the more I succeed. We're all in this together. Therefore, I look forward to my next presentation, which you will see on YouTube really, really soon, so I want you to stay tuned.